The Podium. The Podium showcases the beauty of this nation in a way to correct the ideas people have, ranging from arts and craft, culture and tourism, fashion, oil, agriculture, events and many more. The Podium is a must-watch. It is entertaining, expository, informative, educating and interactive. The Podium.
Redefining Africa and its beauties. Good evening and welcome to The Podium. My name is Titi Lola Aboyade Cole, and this is the third episode of The Podium Reloaded. I really thank you all for joining us again tonight. I have a very, very special guest. And, I will say this person is an embodiment of the African culture. And you know what Podium is all about, showcasing Africa to the world. And once you see this person, she does not even need to open her mouth before you know that she's royalty. She has elegance oozing all over her. She has done a lot of things. She's somebody I will call the yeye of the African culture and royalty. She's got the blue blood. I'm sure if you caught her, what you will find will not be red. It will be pure royal blue. Do you guys know why they even say, why they even call that particular shade of blue the royal blue? I'm sure our guests will be able to tell us today. But before I bring her up, let me just tell you a little bit about her, because she's someone who might not want to blow so much of her own trumpet. Although I like her, she does represent. When they say somebody reps, she reps. However, we've had to dig a little bit here and there to make sure that we do justice to who this woman of many parts. And when they say someone is of many parts, multifaceted, you will say, oh, they cannot master any. No, it's not the case here. She masters them all. And she does them effortlessly. Tobaniwo Biyon, just like my middle name, Abimbola. Tobaniwo Biyon, Biola. That's the person I'm talking about. So sit back, relax, and let me introduce Her Royal Highness to you.
Her Royal Highness Princess Moradeun Adedoyin-Solarin is an esteemed Yoruba princess and Pan-African royal, recognized for accomplishment as a highly regarded broadcast journalist and a personable multimedia specialist. Beyond her roles in media, she stands out as a dynamic public speaker and a committed cultural ambassador and community leader. With a wealth of experience as a veteran broadcaster and seasoned media specialist, she also thrives as a project management, consultant, trainer and mentor. Princess Moradeun serves as Executive Director of Arise Media Services Limited and is the founder of the new Pan-African movement. Her roots trace back to the prestigious Adedoyin Anoko royal lineage, and she proudly carries the title of Yoruba Princess. Notably, she is the granddaughter of Oba Williams Christopher Adedoyin II, who held the title of Akaribu Anoko of Shagamu in the Remo Kingdom of Nigeria. In addition to a royal lineage, she bears the esteemed royal title of Bere as the first daughter and child of her beloved father, Prince Israel Iretiola Adedoyin. Her affluence extends to several prominent boards, where she holds executive roles as a member, director, and trustee chair. Notable positions include her role as the operational director for media and communications at the Global Women Inventors and Innovators Network, Global WIN, a board member for the AFI World Peace Initiative with UN ECOSO status, a board member for the CEO Network, and the vice chair royal trustee for the Economic Emancipation Movement in the Bahamas. She's also an advisory board member of the International Women's Peace Group and a Global Peace Ambassador in South Korea. Furthermore, she's the founder and coordinator of the League of Pan-African Royals. In these diverse roles, Princess Moradeun's contributions span across communication and media, community development, nation building, leadership, mentorship, training, and empowerment. Her impact extends not only within the UK society, but also reaches various parts of the world. Having earned her degrees in Communication Arts and Media and Computer Studies from Westminster College, UK, between 1996 and 1999, she proudly boasts an illustrious career that has extended for over 45 years in both print and electronic media. Additionally, she holds over 25 years of hands-on experience in the entertainment and music industries. Her versatility extends to a role as an articulate talk show host, a highly sought-after speaker, a proficient toastmaster and compere, a skilled master of ceremonies, a dedicated project manager, an events consultant, and a respected community leader. With a wealth of experience as a veteran broadcaster and seasoned journalist, her journey began in 1975 when she made a debut as a young broadcaster with the Nigerian Television Authority, making history as their youngest staff member at the age of 17. Even more, Princess Moradeun is the visionary creator behind her cutting-edge media brand, Arise, which is driven by her talk show platform, Arise Conversations. Through this platform, she shines a spotlight on individuals, organizations, and businesses that aspire to rise and become positive change agents. Her keen interest lies in showcasing women, particularly young girls and youths, whose innovative and creative contributions as leaders, professionals, entrepreneurs, and achievers often go unnoticed and lack the recognition they rightfully deserve. Furthermore, she has been honored with multiple awards for significant contributions to the improvement and advancement of the quality of life. Utilizing her professional expertise in communication and media, she has made a positive impact on society. These accolades include the Special Recognition GWIIN and BFIIN Award in 2007 for Innovative Arise brand, which serves as a platform for capacity building and marketing. In 2007, she also received the UK Tenacity Award for dedicated efforts in community development. In 2010, she was presented with the N4Life Lifetime Achievement Award for promoting a positive image of Nigeria and Africa. Additionally, she has received the GAB Award for Media, the BAFTA 2012 Media Icon Award, and the Women for Africa 2015 Special Recognition Award for outstanding achievement and leadership in the broadcast, media, and entertainment industries. Furthermore, she is a recipient of the Nigerian Centenary Award, recognizing her as one of the outstanding 100 Nigerians in the diaspora, and the Ogun State Ambassadorial Lifetime Achievement Award in Media for a role in promoting a positive image of Ogun State, Nigeria, Africa, and the diaspora. In 2015, the mayor of Fort Lauderdale in Florida presented her with the seal of the city, and in 2019, she was honored with the AFL Life Achievement Awards at the International Cannes Festival for her over 40 years of contribution to media, mentorship of young girls and women, and dedication to helping them reach their full potential for the betterment of themselves, their families, communities, and society at large. In addition to a illustrious career, Princess Moradeun is a highly talented actress in the realms of stage, television, and film. Currently, she is actively involved in the production of a Nollywood film and TV series titled Madam President, a satirical, fictional narrative centered around the first female president of Nigeria. Her commitment to community and her ability to connect to people from diverse backgrounds were evident when she was elected unopposed as the Publicity Secretary of the Central Association of Nigerians in the UK, CAN UK. Her deep respect and understanding of both Western and African cultures, acquired through her experiences of living and working within these two worlds, make her a valuable bridge between these diverse communities. She is the mastermind behind the upcoming A-Z of ASO Festival Gala Night event, set to take place on October 26th, coinciding with Black History Month. This event is dedicated to showcasing and promoting the remarkable creativity embedded in indigenous textile and fabric designs, while celebrating unity, togetherness, a sense of belonging, inclusivity, identity, and camaraderie among the Nigerian, African, Caribbean, Asian, and European communities within the broader UK society. Today, Princess Moradeun frequently encourages her audience with the words, "Let's all rise up as true game changers within our sphere of humanity." She is a dedicated wife and a loving mother of 4 delightful children, and she and her family makes their home in the serene suburbs of Surrey, United Kingdom. In conclusion, Her Royal Highness Princess Moradeun's Adedoyin-Solarin's remarkable journey and impressive achievement exemplify a life dedicated to excellence, leadership and community engagement. With her heart for positive change and a bridge between cultures, Princess Moradeun continues to inspire and uplift those she touches, both personally.
Wow. All I can just say is Wow, wow, and wow again. Auntie, Your Royal Highness. I, even I, that have known you for so many years, I didn't find out a lot of things about you until my team, thanks to them, came back with all of this. You see, those people, they will find anything about anybody. So you've done so much. You're welcome, Auntie. You're welcome, Your Highness.
Thank you so, so much. Even I was sitting here and I was like, who are they talking about? It's very humbling, I must say. It's very, very humbling. And it just took me back to how we were raised. My dad, mom, and our grandmother, the Uluri, would say, royalty is about leadership and responsibility. And leadership is service to humanity, your kingdom, and your community. So don't think that because you're some royal or you were born, through a royal lineage, you can just go around life behaving anyhow. That was my grandmother said, you must remember the child of whom you are. You must remember the lineage that you come from and the legacy that you carry. You have no right whatsoever to ruin that legacy or taint it in any way. And I think that kind of sunk in my head and the head of my siblings and my cousins, that, it's not about carrying your shoulder. Everybody was born the same. The only difference is that your lineage, or where how you were born might be different. Yoruba will say, "Bashe beru la je bom." So we're all born the same, but it's what we bring, onto the podium, if I can use that word, is what matters. And I must say, I'm so grateful. I'm very, very humble indeed. Truly honored. Such a cherished delight to be on this side of the camera. Usually it's the other way around. So anytime I'm on this side of the camera, it's like, oh, wow. So thank you so much, my darling.
You're welcome.
Coach Titi, for extending this to me. Thank you to your team. Oh, my goodness. They remind me of what I was when I was
back in the day. Yeah,
I would go and find out everything about anything because that's what we did. So
it's all about,
kudos to them.
Thank you, man. And because we know that you're the guest, you're the one coming here today, we had to do a good job because I told them, I said, she's a veteran journalist, though. She's a veteran everything, no.
And not everything.
I said, you better do it right. No, you're a royal, a veteran journalist, an actor, a producer, a humanitarian. Everything I am, you've been there. So
thank God. But don't forget that I also have people that I also follow and emulate. So we thank God for the ability to hand over the baton to the next person and the next generation. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much, man. So tell us, we've heard a lot of things about you, so I'm not going to ask you too much questions that, what do you do? How do you do it? We know what you do. We know where you've been. We know some of the things you've done. Maybe not all, but we have a whole idea. How do you do it? How do you cope with all of this? And you are still standing, like you're still doing it.
Well,
for over 3 or 4 decades.
What do I say? Yes, 48 years. I started in 1975. I was 17. I was the youngest person to ever be employed by Nigerian television, or NBC TV, was both radio and television at the time. So I was the baby of the house, as it were. And as some of my bosses would refer me to, this one is just an infant. And before I could actually work, it was when I was signing my form, when you go to take up employment, and I was in the admin office. And the admin man was like, what did you just, what year? I said, 1958. Very proudly, I was like, 1958, sir, I was born. He said, hold on. For, you know, those rotary phone. Sissy Julie, we need you here, please. Can you come downstairs? Because Chief Julie Coker was my boss, so she came downstairs and said, underage, according to the policies back then, the government of Nigeria, you had to be 21. 21 was the official age of adulthood back then. So they had to summon my dad. My dad had to come and give his consent, sign a form, because they didn't want any wahala, and I could understand. When I was young, then I didn't get it. I was like, what's all the fuss about? But, you know, as I got older and I got to understand working in television, I could understand why. They did. It was a risk. It was a big risk. And if my father had said no, that was it. I wouldn't have had that job, because it was like, we need your consent, sir. We can't, you know, take this on. This child of yours is 17, you know, and it's still few years to the 21, which was the official age. So that was my foray to broadcasting then. And it was an amazing time. I felt it within family, because back then it was a family. NBC TV, I had Chief Julie Coker. She wasn't the chief yet then, so we just called her Sister Julie. She was our big auntie, and she was my TV mom. And she still is till today. In fact, she just sent me a message now. She's in Nigeria, sending her love and her regards. So we had Kenan Daguba, another boss of blessed memory, and you know, all my big sisters then in broadcasting, and it was just an amazing time. I found it that I had to grow up very quickly, because I was amongst these adults. And they were very professional, very serious. They didn't have time for any They didn't have that time. The job had to be done. So it enabled me to grow up very quickly and become mature very quickly and start to understand, because I started reading the news, presenting very important programs that were politically inclined and stuff like that. So, you know, your brain became very quick to adjust to that part of life, which is adulthood in reality. And probably didn't have much time for my age groups at the time, because, you know, they were still busy having fun. I was working. I was working. And that was my foray into broadcasting, September 1975.
Jesus. Thank you very much, Your Highness. How did you feel on your first day on screen, in front of the camera?
Before I got to that stage, I had to do what we call a sitting in for 6 months. So back then, you can't just
show up.
No, these days you just get your phone and you're just on air. It was never done. So I had to first do 5 or 6 auditions. And then after the 6th audition, they felt, okay, she's good enough to go for training. So I was sent to training school. So it was called the Language Laboratory at MBC in Ikoyi. So we'd go there every day, you train. It was intense for 6 months. Then you come for 3 months. Then you come and sit in. So I had to sit in with all the veterans and the senior presenters that were ahead of me, watch their mouths, watch how they comport themselves, poise, the way they throw their voice, the way they look. You know, you couldn't just dress anyhow. And just the general demeanor, you have to study all that and take notes. Then at the 6th month, when sometimes some people are lucky that you can get on air before then. I think I got them around the 4th month. And I was on duty with Chief Julie Coker. I was understudying her. And they never tell you that you're going to be on air that day. It's all a game plan.
Oh my God.
So that means every day you must be ready. You must be born ready. You must be born ready.
Boy Scout.
So she just said, I'm coming. I'm just going to attend to somebody downstairs.
Oh my God.
So just keep watch. I just thought, oh, she does that and she'll be back. So I just started, she's going to be back. And then I saw that the end credits of that particular show and the lights in the continuity went off and on, which means you have to switch on the mic so you can hear, or the port as we called it. So I switched on the port, and the technical director said, Moradeun, get ready. You shall be signing this off and signing on the next program. Check your script. I had to gather myself together. I scheduled, I was downstairs at the reception watching. So when I finished announcing, she came upstairs, she said,
well done.
Big hug.
Oh, bless
I said, you didn't, excuse me, you didn't tell me. She said, we're not meant to tell you. You're supposed to be born ready.
Oh my God. So
that was my the first time I went on air. Before then, you're allowed to go on air, but it will be under what we call the station ident. So like your Podium, TV, that will just be what's in front. They will have that identity there, the station identity, and you can speak under it. Just in case you fluff, as they called it, or you messed up. Well, at least nobody's seeing the face of who did that.
The face of who messed up.
because the face, when your face goes with the voice and people see you, it never goes away. People remember that face. But if it was behind the ident, they might just say, oh, somebody messed up yesterday. They don't know who it is. They can't put a face to who it is. So when they now see that you are seasoned enough, bold enough, confident enough, then you get what we call the baptism of fire, which is what I got that day.
Okay, Auntie, one more question before we go into the topic for today. When did you know that I want to be a presenter? This is what I want to do. I want to be a broadcaster.
Never. I was going to study pharmacy.
Oh, wow.
that was what I thought I was going to do, pharmacy. But so I have to backtrack a little bit. We were on holidays. I just finished my O levels. I was 15, going on 16, and we're on holidays. And NTV were called then. It wasn't NTA until Festa. So NTV Channel 10 has a program called Youth Rendezvous. And the producer was Uncle Digimon Louis.
Oh.
Who was the KBC of Oja Village. Yes. So, and Patrick Oke, who later became my colleague, he was also a young new presenter, and he was the presenter of that show. So we would all go, all the teenagers from Surulere, BI, Ikoyi, we all just gathered ourselves. Every Thursday we'll go for the recording. We record on a Thursday, and then it is shown on a Saturday. So I used to go with a friend of mine called Nike. I'm still trying to find out where she's at. Then she was about 3-4 years older than me. She was at the University of Ife, studying medicine. But we all had fun. It was safe. It was lovely. It wasn't like what it is now. Everybody, your parents would allow you, to go, and they know that you'll come back home safe. So this particular day, I went, and she didn't come because she was sitting exams in Ife. So Uncle Dejima said, where is your friend? Where's Nike? I'm like, she's not here, sir, because she's writing exams. Oh dear. Well, there was something she wrote. She wrote a poem that she titled Courtesy. So to be courteous. And she was meant to read it, of course. So Uncle Dejima looked at me and said, you will. I'm like, no,
me.
No. I only come here to have fun. He said, this is part of the fun. They gave me this strict bam. When I said, I can't, I'm seriously, I can't do this. Then he came back into the room. He said, yes, you can. We have seen you answer questions. You participate in the discussions that we have, because sometimes we have discussions, girls against boys and stuff like that. And we talk about different things that youths go through.
Oh.
He said, so we've heard you. You have a voice, you can speak. So I had to go rehearse for like 30 minutes. And then I was brought in to come and do my part. I was shaking like a leaf. I tried my best. And when I finished, I thought it was crap. So I just legged it. I ran home. I didn't even remember to collect my contract because back then they would pay you.
For that
Artist,
episode.
there was an artist fee. I think it was about 65 naira then. That was a lot of money.
Wow.
65 naira. So I just legged it and I forgot about it. On the Saturday, I didn't even tell anybody in the house, so I didn't even watch it. As far as I was concerned,
It wasn't
you
nice.
messed up, forget it. And just got on with my life. And then the following Saturday, the gate man comes to call me to say, some people want to see you for gate. I said, me, no, I'm not expecting anybody. He said, be like some office then, So I went and I saw NTV Channel 10.
Hey,
I said, your goose is cooked. You've messed up and they've come to tell you off big time.
Oh, wow. That's what you saw?
Talking to myself. So I gingerly went and like, good morning, sir. What happened to you? Just take your form. You left your form. You ran up. We're looking everywhere for you. Just sign it. I've signed my part. The other producer, sign it. Go to television house and go to finance. Finance will approve it. Then you take it to the cashier's office upstairs and go and collect your money. I said, thank you very much, sir. And I was about to turn back. He said, no, come here. There's another letter for you. Then he handed me an envelope which actually had the logo of NT and all that. So he stood there. I thought I was going to go into the car and drive up. He said, read it now. I'm going for a production. I said, you want me to read this? I said, of course. Why do you think I'm standing here?
Wow.
So I opened it, and this was the letter inviting me for an audition.
I don't get a lot.
So it wasn't that I applied for a job. I never knew I was going to be broadcasting anyway.
And that was it.
And then now the plan B was, okay, I'll tell my parents. And of course, mothers, no, I don't think so. My dad was like, what's wrong with the
broadcasting?
Walking settle down. Back then it was like, no, it was a no-go area. It's too public. Because that was their understanding then.
Yeah.
But unbeknown to me, apparently in the 50s, my father used to read the news on the rediffusion during the colonial era before he came to England to study. He was based in Abeokuta, and there was a rediffusion station there. It was called rediffusion then. So he used to read the news, announce the weather, and stuff like that.
So
but apart from him, I have other seniors in the family that have also been amazing broadcasters. I mean, obviously, people know about late Princess Adedoyin Adedoyin. She was one of the doyens of broadcasting.
Fantastic.
And then, of course, my big sister, my darling sister, Her Royal Highness Princess Adeola Adeleke Adedoyin, who was one of the faces and voices at WNTV, WNBS.
Thank you so much, Auntie. I have so much questions for you, but I'm not going to. I'm going to come back to them once we do justice to the topic of the day.
Today. Okay.
But before we go in there, guests, if you're just joining us, please like, comment, and share. I want to hear from you. If you have questions for Her Royal Highness, please shoot right now while you have the opportunity, while we have her in our little palace here before she goes to our empire. So if you have messages for her, if you have questions, or you want to compliment what she's doing, we're going to go fully into ASO EBI. But before we do that, remember, Her Royal Highness is an actor too. And let me tell you something little. She is coming to grace your screen very soon via Podium Cinema.
The cat is out of the bag.
Should I tell them? Should I tell them what it is?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So we will be having the global premiere of Lucky in Lagos, and that's on the 5th of November 2023, in the next couple of weeks. And well, Princess happens to be one of the major casts in Lucky in Lagos. Let me just give you a sneak preview before we go into Ashwebi. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch the dial. We'll be right back.
Our parents said, Mom, is he a magician?
Do I know? He's useless. How was your outing?
Ask your twin sons.
Kilo today. You started again. Someone that just came back. Hey, did you?
Look at you. Very cute. How was that?
Anger issue, Lonio. I need to speak to your father. We need to get help for you. Because I don't understand the type of anger that will make you break your brother's phone. You should have broken your own.
You are from Borno. Boko Haram Borno. Mobile. Answer me.
Ma.
The same Borno of Boko Haram.
Ma.
Omomolani.
Yes, ma.
Yes, what is wrong with you? Adeleke, please, where have we gone wrong? I don't get you.
Dad, he's from Ogbomosho.
Is that the question I'm asking you? Where have we gone wrong?
Thank you for staying with us. You're welcome back to the podium. We still have Her Royal Highness Princess Moradeun Adedoyin-Solarin on the seat. You're welcome back, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
ASO EBI. You are the crooner of ASO EBI Festival, the first of its kind in the United Kingdom.
Yes.
Probably in Europe, the first of its kind.
Yes, ma'am.
So, tell us about it.
Well, ASO EBI Festival brand.
Maybe ASO EBI, tell us about, take us into the journey of
ASO EBI itself.
Anko.
The
Yes,
history of ASO EBI.
yes, ma'am.
Or as our parents used to call it, Anko, which just means and company. That's
Yes.
what Anko means. So you and company. Anko, we're all going to be dressed alike. ASO EBI was something that was thought of by our forefathers, our ancestors, who were very amazing and versatile, and they did monumental things. And sometimes we don't even give them enough credit for the values that they left us, because we probably chucked it away, not thought much of it, and allowed the Western influence to blind us from seeing what is really valuable within us ourselves. Because each culture, each tribe that God created have their own intrinsic value that is synonymous to them. So with ours, ASO EBI was something that it started with, it has 4 things, because I asked my dad, I sat at my dad's feet to ask him about ASO EBI. When I was younger, especially when we got back to Nigeria, I would see, family members all dressed up in the same fabric. And, as a young girl, you're like, why is everybody looking the same? I didn't understand what it was about. I asked my dad. I think he explained, but it probably didn't sink in. And then I got a bit older, started working in television. And as I said, I grew up very quick. So I used to go to the shrine with my cousins, who were all boys. We used to go, that's when the shrine was in Suliri. Like just opposite Fella's mother's house at the time. And I would look on the stage, all his ladies, the backup singers, wore the same fabrics. All his bandmen wore the same fabrics. So I'm thinking, there must be something about this wearing the same fabrics. Then, of course, I noticed in television as well, I used to present, the various artists that we had at the time, from Ebenezer Obey to Sonny Ade, to Victor Waifo, to Salawa Beni, when she was very young. I think she was about 13 the first time hosted her on television, to Ike Dairo, all of them. And it was the same thing. The band leader might wear something else, but all the band boys or backup singers wore the same thing. I'm like, what is it about this same fabric, same textile? So I went back to my dad. I said, Dad, he goes, small girl, yes. He used to call me small girl up until I was nearly 60. I was small girl to my dad. So I asked him, this Ashwebi thing, what is it about? Why do people wear the same thing? And what does Ashwebi mean? I knew the name, I knew the word. It didn't really have any meaning to me. So he said, okay, sit down. Let me take you down history. He said it was about 4 things. The first one, identity. Back in the olden days, there would be tribal wars. And during tribal wars, women and children were the most vulnerable, and they were the highest casualty of wars. If there was a war, for instance, here in Croydon where I live, and everywhere is scatter, we might meet ourselves maybe in Scotland, maybe in Plymouth, in Newcastle, Manchester, because people, when there's a war, you run for your life. So you just run. You just want to run. You escape. You don't even know where you're going until you kind of find some safety place. So after the war, there would be like a head count. So the kings of every kingdom, or the baales, the tribal head of every village, would call their baloguns, the generalissimo of the army, and say, go and count, meaning the foreigners that are amongst us, which really are the casualties of war. Go and count them, and let's find out where they are all from. So obviously, before each person left their homes, when there's going to be a war, the town crier would have gone to
announce
and say, Ogumbo, Edirao, think that just war is coming, secure yourselves, secure Agbogunde, as in Agbogunde is actually door. That's what door means.
Oh.
And yes.
Okay.
So each family would have had their own fabric made. We have our own local weavers.
Yeah.
Those who tie, yes. So that was the industry back then. So you would choose the design. You would come up with your own design,
family,
synonymous to the Adekoles, to the Adedoyin, to whoever, just like that. And they just made them into tunics back in the day, so that so that you have that on you, on your children, on your wife, and all that. So when the war happens, you have that on. Some people die, obviously, as we know, but majority of them would have to be returned to their homes. So those balugos would go and count and then check the designs. Sometimes the color might be the same, but the design is different depending on the household. Because back then it was adire mostly, or ashoke. Ashoke was really the more expensive one for, events and all that. Adire was one for, either everyday wear or outing. Yeah. So you have your own design, your own motive, your family motive, your own totem, and they know, those are the Aboyadikos. They are from Zaliko. Those are the Royal Adedoyins. They are from Remo. And they will take them back, escort them back to their various homes. So first of all, it was for identity. So for people to identify you as, and for you to identify yourself. As belonging to. So that was number one. The second one was more about family unity, oneness of spirit, and love. You know that when we have events in the family, there's a festival, there's a marriage, funeral, housewarming, different things, or, whatever it is, there's always a gathering of the family members. They have a meeting, they decide what are we going to cook, what are we going to do. What are we going to wear? And then they'll decide what fabric they decide to wear. They will have to call one of their family members. There's always somebody there's one auntie that knows, or two aunties that know about textiles. Okay, they're the ones that know. So they're the ones that will give that job to find out how many of us are here, how many yards. That's when the yardage system started. How many yards do we need? You know, and how many people? Then they will call for contributions because they now know how much. So the answers will go and find out. This is how much it is. They'll come back. They might bring few swatches, maybe like 2 or 3 samples of clothes. So this is how much. This one is this much. This one is that much. The family will look at it, test the fabric, and then they'll decide which one they want. So not every member of every family is thrifty or has, you know, money to spend anyhow, you know, sometimes. So, and then you have, you know, every family has some that are very, very super rich, some that are in the middle, and some that are just managing their lives. So when they call for contribution, the people that don't have money to contribute are never pressurized. Never pressurized. Never, because people know, maybe they've also been helping them anyway, so they know. So everybody will contribute. They'll take the money, go and buy fabric for everybody.
Everybody.
Aso
Ebi.
Family cloth, family fabric, family
Regardless
uniform.
of your status.
You know, no, it doesn't matter. Because when you then go out, you go out as a family. I want to be the battery when I say I want to be a boy, I don't boy, I want to
Look at you.
You understand? That's it. You know them. You know, like my grandmother, she's Baba Elliot. So I want Baba Elliot to be here. And you know, I want to Brazilian quarters. So you know, and various other towns as well have their own. And when I then was doing my research, after I listened to my father, I travel a lot with my work. So I would use the time to talk to people, ask questions. And I realized it was the same right across Africa, from Ghana to Ivory Coast, to Cape Verde, to Senegal, to South Africa, to Botswana, to Uganda, Kenya, Congo, Angola. Those are the places that I actually spoke with people. It's the same. It is the same. They have different names that they are in their own language. Family cloth has a meaning in their language. The only people that also use the same word as us are the Sierra Leoneans, because we know they are Niger extraction. You know, my grandmother's people. So they say Ashobi.
Ashobi, yeah.
Ashobi, which is they just leave the E out. So Ashobi, which is the same thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, this is very interesting. And we always remember that Yoruba proverb that says, in your last show me. We say it a lot. We say it a lot. We hear it a lot. We never really think about the deep, deep meaning. Sometimes when you say in your last show, you just think, oh, because I have something I'm doing and people get up and they support me. That's it. It's a lot deeper. In your last show me means my people are my covering. They cover my shame.
Yeah.
They cover my shortcomings.
When
they
I have, when I don't.
Cover my inadequacies. I might not have money to do this, my daughter's marriage, but I know that my people are going to cover me. My family will cover me. So that is how, that's the second one about the family, the love. And I'm hoping that we can get back to that. We can get back to that family. It was a beautiful value. You know, like in our family, we still do that. We just buy clothes we know those that are not able to, so we don't even bother to ask them. You know, those who are able to, we even have some very rich family members that can even say, one of my cousins,
Ade, for everybody.
Ade, he married many years ago. He bought for all of us. And do you know how big our royal family is? He bought for everybody. He could afford it at the time. He was a millionaire. He could afford it. But so, and some people still do that. You just know that.
I'll tell you a story. Sorry, Auntie. Thank you, MB. She said, Ashwebi family fabric in bracket is about identity, family unity, oneness, and love.
Oneness of spirit, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
MB.
Thank you so much. I'm not sure that it's the style in Ma, but thank you very much for that contribution. It is indeed. So that's number 2. There are 4 points that my dad shared with me. So the first one was the identity. Second one was family love, oneness of spirit, and unity. The third one is social inclusion.
Social inclusion.
Yes.
That's
So
true.
our ancestors were very sharp. They're very smart.
Talking about love and family, something happened in my church about 20, 21 years ago. CNS Church, Noah's Ark. Um, we wear prayer garments to
Yeah.
church, and there was going to be a church anniversary. And every year, the anniversary, people will buy lovely white. We wear white, but we could wear lace, this, that. But now we wear plain. But back then, we used to wear lace and this and that. So this particular year, a member of the church said, we're wearing the same thing. And the person bought Asho Adura for everybody.
Wow.
All you had to do was how
Go.
many are you in your family? They'll just give you yours. How many? And I was like, wow.
So that's in a way is also Ashwebi.
Ashwebi now. Ebi is
because the church, your church family
is your Ebi now.
Yes.
Is Ashwebi. So my question on Ashwebi is, where did it emanate from?
I just told you.
No, I mean I'm not saying all over Africa. What's the is it from? Is it a Yoruba thing?
We can talk from the Yoruba point of view, but it is, as I said during my research, I found out it's an African thing. Maybe more prevalent with us than other African countries, but we and the Ghanaians, I think, and Sierra Leone will top the list when it comes to Ashwebi.
Okay.
You'll find it. The Ghanaians will wear the same kente. And you know, when it comes to festivities, the biggest thing for the Ghanaians is funeral. Funerals are bigger than weddings and birthdays, and funeral is a big thing for them. And you see them wearing the same thing. So they're very big on that. And so are we. You know, whether you're Yoruba, whether you're Hausa, Igbo, you know, wherever, the whole of Nigeria, we're very Ashwebi conscious.
Thank you, ma. Now, we're going to talk about the Ashwebi Festival. But before we do that, I want to clear something. There's this thing we watched. We discussed it, ma. There was a party in London a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And there was this woman invited her own nearest and dearest and gave them Ashwebi to wear. And she actually wrote it on her invitation card that this invitation card admits only one person. Please do not sit on a table where you do not have your name. Trust my people. They
broke the table.
Yeah, she went all the way out to prepare for her 70th birthday. And
it was a 70th. Wow.
Yes. And people came, and some people actually brought guests without telling this woman, without buying the Ashwebi. And this is what happened. They were quick to show what happened, but they were not quick to share the apology. So we're gonna look into both. This is what Well, she said, if you're not wearing my Ashwebi, please leave. I have made preparation for my own guests. I have done everything to make sure that I have the 70th birthday that I've always dreamt of. Do not ruin my birthday if you know you want to turn 70. Maybe that's a bit, over the top, but you can imagine it was in the heat of the moment. She was
Yes.
upset because you were about to ruin her day. People started wagging tongues and sending I had a different opinion. I was like, what did you expect? Yes, it's not okay to curse, but look at where that was coming from. And then she apologized, but people were not quick to share that. Let's have a look.
torí pé mo ti lé rí àwọn ẹlòmíì kú pé torí pé mo ti ṣiṣẹ́ ológun rí ni ní Nàìjíríà pé ológun mo gbé dé London ẹ má bínú àyíkọ́ tó ṣe jù mí ni pé àìmọye tí mo dá owó ẹ̀ padà ẹni tó fẹ́ bá mi ra aṣọ òmùra gan torí pé mo ní kọ́ máa wọṣọ wọlé mo dá owó ẹ̀ padà gbogbo wọn náà ni mo dá padà ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run ẹ má bínú àwọn kọ́lẹ̀ tí bá mi lé rí wípé dandandandan àwọn máa wá àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ ní ọ̀tá wọn ni mo rí tínú fi bí mi nǹkan tí máa ń fẹ́ ni kẹ́ bá mi fẹ́ ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má bínú ẹ gbọ́ ẹ má bínú ẹ ní kó orúkọ kò ní ṣe yín kò ní ṣọmọ yín ẹ wọ 70 ẹ wọ 80 ẹ wọ 100 èyí tó bá dẹ̀kú dẹ̀kú sọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run ọba àjọṣe wa ò ní bàjẹ́ ẹ ní gbọ́mọ sí kan kò ní ṣe yín mo fẹ́ràn gbogbo bí mo ṣe ní inú mi dùn àjọ yìí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ bá mi wọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ bá mi wọ̀ mo dúpẹ́ ẹ ṣé gan ni mo dúpẹ́.
Okay, I'm gonna leave. We'll leave the rest because we got the whole gist. The gist is she was sorry, and the party was still full, contrary to the rumor that she damaged her own party, ruined her own party. No, please let us learn to respect people's wishes and boundaries. Boundaries. Someone said, "Oh, it's about money making." Well,
she did say, she said that she give people back their money.
Yes.
I think it was more about what she wanted for her day.
That's what's taking us into the festival now. It was for her. It was about the uniformity. There's a song that says, "Tí mo bá bojú wẹ̀yìn, tí mo rẹ́ni mi, inú mi á dùn, ara mi á yá gágá, ènìyàn láṣọ mi." She wanted her people in the Aso Ebi.
Yes.
I think this festival couldn't have come
at a better time. Everybody has been saying that.
At a better time to buttress the woman's points. And happy birthday again to that woman.
Oh, yeah.
I stand with her.
Yeah. Sometimes, I always say that not every event is for everybody.
Thank you.
So
tell us about Aso Ebi Festival now. Tell us. Give it to us.
Back to back to back.
Back to back. Because you have not let me rest and see. Anybody in the media space, even if you're not in the media space, anybody who is anybody in this UK, you must have seen Aso Ebi Festival. It's not possible. If you don't find it on Auntie's timeline, you see it on DJ Abbas, you see it on my timeline, or Doyola, or somebody else's timeline. You will always see it in there. Oh yeah, tell us from the hospital.
Thank you so much. Aso Ebi Festival started, as I said, from all those things I heard from my dad about, I had only shared 2. It was 4 points that he gave me. So by the time I explain quickly the 2 other points, then you'll understand, you'll have a better understanding of why I decided to do this. So the third one, as I said, was about social inclusion. Our ancestors knew what it was like to feel out of place. And I believe that they must have thought that, the fact that we all are born maybe around the same year time, we call them our egbes, your mates, your peers. And things happen along the way. Sometimes our foul, we know that, but a lot of times life just happens. And so people would want to cover their mates. You know, they will remember how they were, you know, when they were growing up, and maybe they fell on bad times. There was an illness, there was a death, something happened. So they would make sure that when they go out, you know, when that happens, like any other person, you say, Miro, come on, I see party, I won't be able to make it. It's because I don't feel capable enough. I don't have the money, you know, to buy, especially the material that all of us are going to buy. His or her egbes, peers, would just send somebody to their house and go and give that person their fabric. Sometimes, if it's somebody that they know what they wear, they would actually have it made. For men, usually like fila, they would have the cap made and they'll go and give it to them. If it's a female, they will just give her the gili and ikwele, the headgear and the shawl, that you must be there. So you don't feel out of place. And that was it about social inclusion. And it extended to even, you know, the younger generation, because when you're growing up in that kind of household, that you see your parents are always, you know, embracing their peers also embrace your parents. So you know that, you know, there's a back and forth thing of positivity, and the entire social status of that particular town or village are very much aware of the need to cover each other, to be there for one another. So social inclusion is very important. Nobody feels inferior, nobody feels less confident, you know, nobody feels as if they are not up to scratch, because you have your entire tribe, if I can put it that way, urging you on. The last but not the least was about economics and about intellectual property. We all know that people who create designs, it's from their intellect. You know, all creative people, so artisans, craftsmen and women, it's from their mind. It's the gift that God has given them. And they create these fabrics, they create these designs. Those weavers, you know, weaving their shoki, those ones tying the adire, the word is adire, to get the beautiful patterns. And especially these days, we can see now that people are looking more inwards. We can see the amazing designs. We can see the exceptional creativity of our people, the inventiveness, the innovativeness. We've got it. Let's just be grateful to God. We have got it, you know. And back then, when you buy from them, you're giving back to that. That was their industry. If we didn't stop, you can imagine how big our textile industry would have been. We started giving money to them in Switzerland, buying lace. I have nothing against lace. I always say I don't have anything against lace. People that love lace, love lace. There's nothing wrong with it. But why do we put majority of our money to the Swiss? It will never come back to us. We just keep buying their lace. And then they will say it's out of fashion. It's out of vogue. You buy another one and another one. Keep enriching the Swiss textile industry. And
Adire is always in vogue. Ashoke is always in vogue.
Now you got it. So if we had been investing in our people, they too would have improved their looms, those weaving looms. They would have improved it. They would have had, you know, life. When it comes to inventions, it's about investment and then improvement.
True.
Because research and development is what we need. People do the research. Oh, this is what they need to go to the next step, to the next level. Or we can manufacture this machine in another way that would be easier for them to do their weaving. We never invested in our own textile industry, sadly. And that breaks my heart. And that is my why. So what I'm doing with Her Royal Majesty Olori Adironke Ademili Ogunwusi, who is the owner of Africa Fashion Week, going into like the 13th or 14th year now. And she jumped on board with me as soon as I shared this vision with her, because it goes with what she has been championing for years. She has created a podium, to use your word again, a podium for designers and artists from all over the world that are particularly interested in promoting African designs. African fabrics, using African materials and accessories. So the people back in Osun State, the weavers of the Ashoke, the tyers and dyers of the Adire, we have been buying from them. And that is even for our Ashwebi festival, some of the Ashwebis that I had made, our Ashoke geles and all that. I didn't want to put it out there for people to buy because, as I said, Ashwebi is not by force, you know, so it's just for members of my team or people who reach out to me to say, is there an Ashwebi? And then I say, yes, there is. And I tell them how much it is. The money is going straight into the hands of those people. You know, when you go into the stores,
there is an Ashwebi.
Yes, when you go into the stores here, there's something called free trade. People, we see it a lot, we just buy, you know, but we don't think about it. What they're saying is these bananas are going straight to the farmers. This coffee is going straight to the coffee bean growers. So that's what I'm also trying to do, to give money, put money into the hands of the people that weave those ashokes and those that tie the adire. Now, Olori Adironke came up with something very interesting, something called Adire Ashoke. You know, we know Ashoke and we know Adire. She has combined the two.
Wow.
So they wove, you'll see it on the day, they wove our Ashoke for us. They bleached, they will then bleach it so that it can take color. When the weavers finish their jobs, we pay them, collect from them. She then takes them to the Adire people and we tell them the design. You tell the design you want. You give them your design. So ours has our Ashobi Festival design on it, and they made it into Adire. So so she has come up with that in innovative fabric called Adire Ashoke.
Is that what we're wearing on the day?
And that's what my team and I are wearing. If people are interested, but because the time is short, I'm hoping that next year, when people now fully understand what Ashobi Festival is about, they're fully engaged in the ethos, the values, the concept of it, then we'll put it out early to say, this is the Ashobi we're wearing for this next year. People are interested, you know, please let us know.
Thank you, Auntie.
But it's really about empowerment, to empower our people back home so that the industry can improve and grow. Thank you. Sorry, you want to take a drink of water, tea?
Yeah, it's okay.
Sorry, darling.
What are we expecting on the day?
Oh my goodness. When people arrive, because we're saying everybody's a celebrity, you will be welcomed like a celebrity. So we have our very own Ajuraba of Africa. All of you know him as Anya the First, and some other drummers. He's the master drummer. Everybody knows him. He plays for all royalty. He will welcome our guests to the venue. Then you go and register, you know, check yourself in, get your wristband, and then you're welcomed straight up onto the cocktail reception. And the cocktail reception is being sponsored by one of our partners. They're called Coastline Spirits. So they have something called Afro Spirits. This is one of their gift boxes. Some people who win awards on the day will probably also win some of these gift boxes. Some will also be there when we have the raffle. So everybody's ticket is their raffle. So please don't throw away your tickets. And this is what it looks like. That is so these are our partners, Afro Spirits. This is actually our own spirit, again, all in the value of what I'm trying to do, promoting our own. This is made in Ghana, made from palm wine, and then they ferment it, then they distill it and make it into a spirit. Just like you have gin, whiskey, brandy. Back in the day, the white people that came to Nigeria and Africa labeled our own palm spirit. They labeled it illicit gin. It wasn't even gin. Gin is made from juniper berries. Africa doesn't have juniper berries. They just wanted to sell their own gin and their own brandy and whiskey and hot drinks, and totally destabilize our own industry that was also growing. So people are now back trying to revive it. In Nigeria, we have something called Pedros. I'm sure you must have heard of them. The Pedro family in Lagos. So one of their daughters, she worked with a distiller for many years abroad, and then she decided to go back home and go and research this thing called Ogogoro. What is it about? So it's when our ancient fathers, that was their spirit. That was the spirit that they had. They called it Amaraya. And you know, if you do drink a little bit of spirit, you feel a little bit merry. So the name is so apt, Amaraya. That's what they call Otilili. It's called Amaraya. So that's what we'll have for the drinks reception, and they're going to create different cocktails, especially for Aso Ebi Festival. So we're going to have about 4 different types of cocktails, especially created for our guests on the day. From there, you go on into, we have the 360 spin machines. We have 2, so people can go there, take photos, have fun. But we then usher you in onto the main event. The red carpet, that is the main event. We want everybody to come in your best. From your headgear, to your eyewear, to your outfit, to your fabrics, to your shoes, your bags, your accessories, your jewelry, whatever it is that you can put together to style out yourself. Come. You know why? We have series of awards. So the topmost ones will be for, and I'm talking about guests now, for guests that come. So it will be for the Aso Ebi Festival King or Aso Ebi Festival Queen that are going to be crowned that day. So those ones will be the overall winners. The judges, we have about 5-6 judges who are going to be milling around and looking at people. That's why we have it for 2 hours. So judges have enough time to go around. It's 2 hours of beauty. Just call it our own Met Gala, the African Met Gala, where you're flaunting what you have, what you're wearing, everything that you have, showcasing the beauty and the amazing stuff that we can come up with as Africans. And after that, we have the groups. So that's why I'm telling people, please come as groups. You know, that's what Aso Ebi really is about. Come as groups, you know, minimum of 5 so that at least you can show very well. You can all have your outfits in different styles as we do, but let the fabric be the same so that you can be a group. And we also have discounted tickets at the moment, but further discounts for people who come as groups. So personally, we have the discounted ticket of £120 instead of the £145. Courtesy Tap Send. We've given our guests £20 off. And then for people that come as groups, because I'm so particular about the groups, that's the real Aso Ebi core. Yeah. I'm personally giving £5 off each person that is in that group. So minimum of 5. And then 10, you know, I'm happy with our bought tables of 10. I have quite a number of them that bought table of 10. And these are people that are even coming from the Caribbean and from America. So I want some of our people here to have bought, so thank you so much. So after that, we'll have 3 awards: the bronze, the silver, and the gold. And our awards are breathtaking to behold. Handmade. I spent time and money to make those awards. So when people are saying, oh, the ticket is expensive, when you see what you're going to get, you'll say, I say to people, it's been highly subsidized, you know, this time around. Next year is going to be different. And then after that, I decided to give individuals as well awards for their effort. So we have for best headgear, male and female, best eyewear, male and female, best accessories, male and female, best outfits, male and female, best tribal indigenous outfit, male and female.
All eyes on me when I
enter the party. And then of course, we have best couple, because people also do Aso Ebi, you know, they do uncle with their husband or with their wife. So we want to recognize that as well. So there'll be 2, we'll have 2 couples. So the best and then the second runner, we'll have them. And, you know, I just believe that people are going to, you know, you're going to be wowed on the day. You're going to be wowed. And the awards don't come alone. The award comes with prizes. You know, a lot of times when you go and receive an award, just get the award, they plunk it into your hands, and that's it. You know, and you put it on your shelf and have so many awards here. But no, we said, you know what? We want people, yes, they'll have that award, but let them also have something to say, well done for your effort. So everybody's going to have a little gift with their award. But plus that, gang, Africa Fashion Week are our main partners. They are giving every winner of an award, every winner, whether you're in a group, whether you won it on your own, every winner is going to have a VIP ticket to attend this year's Africa Fashion Week.
Wow.
Not only that, whatever outfit or headgear that got you your award, you will be able to put it on, come onto the runway, and they're going to give Asoebi Festival a slot. So all Asoebi Festival winners are going to be on the Africa Fashion Week runway to showcase what they wore to win the award. And we all know everybody's there. CNN, BBC, Fox, channels, Channel 4, and all the press as well. You know, The Guardian, The Mirror, The Observer. You have a question? Okay.
Would there be ikokore?
Well, because it's Black History Month, so I thought about it. I didn't want to make it an insular thing. It's just about us, like jazz. I didn't want to do that. There's an ikokore alternative. So we have a 3-course dinner. And when you're having your cocktails, there's canapes. Then there's a 3-course buffet. So the meal and the dessert. And then we're going to have afters for the after party, small chops for the after party. So throughout the day, then we have our bar. There's going to be drinks with the dinner, normal wines and, juices and water. And then when the party kicks off, we're hoping that we'll be able to finish at 11:30 to hit the dance floor. Then we'll open the bar so that people can also buy drinks if they so wish. And we have so many amazing artists that have come on board just to support, from Adiobo Authentic to Chucky D, Chudike. We have Gift of Africa, who's an amazing Afrobeat artist. Fantastic. We have Victor Waifo Jr., whom I interviewed his father many years ago. We have the amazing Fumi G, as well. So, and we have T-Blaze. So about 6 artists, and we're going to try very hard to make sure that we give them enough time. And the highlight, of course, because it's also about fashion and style and swag, we have all the way from Trinidad and Tobago, my amazing brother and friend of over 20 years, Durante Guadalupe, the owner of House of Durante Designs. And he dresses Miss World. He's one of the biggest designers out of the Caribbean. And he's coming specially for me. He's going to make my outfit, so watch out for my outfit. He's going to make the outfit. But he's also going to give us a fashion extravaganza on the night.
I'm jealous already.
And beside him, alongside him, is also my first cousin who makes, all my jewelry that I wear.
And now,
Orisha Gems, Spirited Creativity, Irelu Adeobi Adegui, or Mama D, as we love to call her. She has been working from the beginning of the year, creating amazing
pieces.
She calls them her statement pieces.
Ooh.
Because when you wear them, you are making a statement. You are making a statement. So she's making those as well. So 2 of them she's going to do the jewelry line and the headdress, and he's going to do the clothing line.
I'm so looking forward to.
And we have our Obas that have given us their endorsements and promised their presence. So we have my own Kabisi, His Royal Majesty Oba Babatunde Adewale Ajayi Torumbuwa II, the Akaribu and paramount ruler of Remo. Kabisi Mushibori Adil. He's my cousin. He's my royal brother. He's my royal father. And I'm just so grateful for his support and his endorsement. We also have, of course, Alailua, the Onirisha himself. from the
And happy
source.
birthday to all Niri
And happy birthday again to Baba Oni. Kwelayu, Kadipelurike Bata Kwelese, Abere, Irukere Adedoyin, Lashele Mario, for all our KBCs. So he's also given us his royal endorsement and his presence. We have the Queen of Ga, the Ka Kingdom in Ghana, who is my very dear friend and royal sister, Her Royal Majesty Queen Na Chuchusoyo the First, also given us her endorsement. We also have Kabiyesi and Olori Joseph. This is a very interesting couple. The husband is a Kabiyesi from royal lineage in Nigeria. His wife is a queen from royal lineage in Ghana, but they married. So they governed two kingdoms.
Wow.
So it's Kabiyesi Muiwa Joseph and Yeyelua Olori Lodi Joseph. They're also coming and giving us their own endorsement. And last but not the least, my in-laws. You know, my son is married to a Ugandan. So we have Ugandan family and relationship. And their Royal Majesties, King Paul Eganda and Queen Grace Eganda. They are in the country. They've been in the country since end of last month, and they have stayed so that they can attend this event. They've also given their royal endorsement, and they're bringing all their East African people. So awesome. You know, it's going to be a good thing. I want to thank all my ambassadors. They're amazing, being with me from the beginning since I shared the vision with them. From my two sisters, Princess Adenike, Princess Adepeju, coming from Nigeria and Canada. They will fly in the next few days. Otumba Bimbo Folayo, of course, Honorable Abayo Bintijani, or everybody knows him as DJ Abbas. We have Honorable Kola Adineye of Sound Mind. We have my cousin, Princess Toyin, my big sister, Lady Malaika Ulukoga. We have Lady Funke. We have Tayo, Lady Tayo Lajide. Of course, Honorable Anyo the First himself. We have Honorable Shino Balogun, the one and only Shinene of London. We have Honorable Joseph Oladipo, aka DJ Jose Lad, whom I've known for so many years. He used to play at my restaurant in the 80s when I had my restaurant.
Oh, wow.
He was a student. I had a restaurant, yes, in South London. I had the first African restaurant, Dale's Kitchen, in Clapham Common. When I couldn't get into broadcasting here, I thought, what do I like doing? I like cooking. I like entertaining. And I opened the restaurant. Fantastic. So it was the very first one in South London, and it was the third one in the whole of London at the time.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, I have all these amazing people. And then, of course, our hosts, our red carpet host, Miss Marvina Newton, the one and only. Of course, MC Cole, the chief hype man himself. We also have, as our MCs, all the way from Nigeria via Canada, MC Sako, one of the topmost MCs.
Wow, I love Sako.
You know, and he's also all these people are supporting. And of course, my sweet Aburo, Honorable Lady Doyin Ola. So she's the co-MC. It's, you know, it's amazing. It's amazing. I thank people like yourself, my media partners. I cannot forget to thank you. Podium, of course, DJ A Media, Community Bits with our sister Olabisi Obadara, Femtech Creations, Teju Polua, my royal baby sister, HTV Events, Heritage Television, and of course, the big one, we have Yanga TV, Miss Lindsay Oliver is on board with us as well. My beautiful, awesome, amazing, I don't even know how to call him, cousin, my dear Aburo. Everybody calls him Dutch. We call him Femi at home. But the Dutch, he owns Bright Nights Entertainment. Him and his foot soldiers, as I call them, they've been on the street and on the road for months, you know, just campaigning, letting people know about this. And I don't, who have I forgotten?
Auntie.
I haven't forgotten because we'll get into trouble, you know.
I know.
And okay, my daughter, how can I forget my daughter? Gosh.
And your husband.
The Duchess, who is there for me anytime, any day, even though she has little ones to look after. Duchess, I love you. I appreciate you. And you know, Mama is doing this for you. This is really something I want to hand over to Duchess and her siblings.
Bless you.
So thank you. She's our chief host and our program director, Lady Felicia, who's also on board, and Miss Miriam. These people have just been there for me, holding my hand, you know, just being there, encouraging me, especially this past hard week that I lost my baby sister in Nigeria. Sometimes you just feel like giving up and throwing the towel in. And I've had people like you know, everybody just calling, giving a word of encouragement. You know,
been great.
And I know my sister is smiling. You know, she was a bishop, so she was a big woman in her own right.
May God rest her soul.
Amen. So this is it. Please go to our website, www.asoebifestival.co.uk. Go get your tickets. They're going very fast, especially the group ones. The tables.
Let me just post that. Asoebi.
www.asoebifestival.co.uk. And once you get there, it takes you straight to the ticket portal.
Yeah.
And this the ticket portal we're using now is because we realized that people were complaining about the other one that we're using, that charges were too much. These ones only charge £1. So I'm sure people can live with that. A pound is not too much for administrative fees.
Thank you so much, Auntie.
So please come, everybody, come one and all. It's going to be an amazing time. I'm waiting to see what Coach Titi is going to wear. I'm inquisitive.
All eyes on me.
You know, we also have VB Lounge. VB Lounge also are supporting us. VB Lounge, thank you. And our dear Nollywood actress Victoria Nyama, thank you so much for your support. You know, there's so many people. I just want to say thank you to everybody for your support. Nature Faithfuls, thank you. God bless you all. Access Financial, thank you.
Thank you.
Flutterwave Send, thank you. You know, the list is.
Thank you so much.
And Podium, of course. I cannot thank Podium enough.
Thank us already.
I cannot thank Podium enough. Thank you so much. It's wonderful being on your podium.
You are a fantastic person.
Thank you so much.
And you're someone who is. How can I even start to explain you? When Yorubas will say, "I will koshi."
Wow.
You're an exemplary woman.
Wow.
For me, I love the way you carry yourself. I love the way you do your things. I just love everything about you.
And I love you too.
As
you know. I love you long time.
I know. That's why I said
long time.
I thought I knew Princess.
I like to hide. I like to hide.
Where's all this information coming from?
Because I don't so much. I don't talk about it. It's just.
Oh my God, you're such an amazing woman. Thank you for gracing our platform today. So and guys, tomorrow.
Can people watch a replay of this?
Ma?
Can people watch a replay of it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be there.
Okay.
If you miss the show, especially if you're watching it on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or any other day that's not Thursday night, you're watching the replay.
Okay.
So please join us for Asoebi Festival. I will be there live and direct. I will be there from the beginning till the end.
And so please, people should come in time.
But please come in time.
Coach Titi, yes, because we're not waiting.
Yes.
It's starting at 5 because we want, even though it's 9 hours, we want everybody to enjoy every moment of those 9 hours.
Exactly.
You know, and because kings are coming, when I'm not going to waste time at all. We're just going to do what we need to do. Straight up.
So, guys,
go buy your tickets before they go.
Yes, buy your tickets. It's been discounted. It's been heavily subsidized. It's an event that's meant to be like £250, honestly. And it's 125, Auntie?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you're coming, if you're 5 or more, you even get.
I would personally then give £5 because then I know that you're making the effort. Because I want people to win those awards. I want people to win them. You know,
I'm winning one award, definitely. Everyone.
Well, it's up to the judges.
See my big sis here.
It's up to the judges.
Everyone is a celebrity.
Oh wow! Thank you, Sister. Thank you for showing up.
We really can't wait.
Yes. Amen.
If you're not there, I don't.
Amen. And you know, there's something I used to tell you about Sister Toyin. Sister Toyin she's my quiet powerhouse. She's actually my event planner.
Oh.
But she doesn't like to be talked about. She doesn't like to. She just operates in the background.
I know her very well.
And I really want to use this opportunity to just thank you, sis.
Thank her.
I really, really appreciate you, Mama Deering, so that you know.
Silence.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you so much for your love, for your help, encouragement, support. Thank you indeed.
Thank you, guys. So this is where we say thank you and goodbye today. But tomorrow, there's something coming on Podium Cinema. It's called Alamu. Alamu has been out on Yoruba Hood before, but because it's our production, it's coming home. It's coming home tomorrow.
So,
Alamu.
Alamu. Wow, I'd love to see that.
Alamu. Let me see and see. Let me find if I can share the
Alamu. That's interesting.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you the stuff now. I'll give you the teaser of Alamu, so that you can see what you will be watching.
Even the title is very interesting. Alamu. Alamu
na Adekodiri, some heavy Adekodiri guy. Alamu is some heavy Adekodiri guy.
Wow.
And I trust your sister, trust your baby sister. She's there. She gave it to him.
You gave them back to back to
back. You know the fear face?
You know the
fear face. And you want to tell them a little bit about while Alamu is loading, tell them about Shikeola. Who is Shikeola?
Wow. Well,
Auntie.
Shikeola is my baby sister in Lucky in Lagos. We are the Fernandez sisters. I'm Teleola, the older one. And Shikeola, of course, is the only jogger. But I love her to bits. So we have this very, one time we're in love, one time, and it goes on like that because we do really love each other a lot. But we always disagree on some things. Our parents look, I've told you, go and mind yourself, Shike. You have to know your mates.
You want to call me on national TV, Abby?
Because that's who you are. Shike, that's who you are. That is who you are.
On national TV.
Popsy and Momsy of blessed memories. They always told me, show my pony job money. Just
you will collect. You will collect. Let's just say Alamu for a minute. You will collect.
Wọ́n máa ń wá ògo kí ni òun gángan lògo.
Ẹni náà ni Alamu.
Ìlejò lè kú. Ego.
I can be as good as the best, also as bad as the worst.
That's the talk for another time. Because I get it. I'm going to get looking. Mumbo.
I ain't going to South Africa. Come on, say the word. I want to have fun in the love and local. Ah, Tori lo.
Boyfriend, me boy. No.
Where you been, man?
Yeah, best for later. I want to need the reset. She could reset not that way.
Tọ́ba fẹ́ gbé ẹsẹ̀ jó, ó gbé lọ báyìí. Mo bá ní ó yá o, mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ mo bá ní gàngán. Mo ní ṣẹ́gán ni ó ní gàngán. Mo ní ìgbà tó yá ló bá ní gàngán.
Ilé ikú lélẹ̀. Sórí gbogbo village square tí mo ti wá yọ ẹ́ jáde kò tó ọgbàánú ilé ikú. Alamu Èkó, ó deserve alcoholic.
Kò ń ṣe alcoholic. Accolade.
Wọ́n ní accolade làwọn lè bó pè.
Ta ló ń direct? Abi Larry.
Ọdún gbé fún ẹ̀ sí speaker.
Looks exciting.
Thank you, Ma. It's going to be out on Podium Cinema tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Time.
Exactly. 6 p.m.
Time.
6
Okay.
p.m. So if you have not subscribed to Podium Cinema on YouTube, please go ahead and subscribe now so that you'll be reminded, you'll be told, you'll be notified, once it hits 6 p.m. So subscribe to Podium Cinema because Alamu will be arriving. It's a full movie. It's a 2.5-hour movie. Full movie. We're not breaking it into part 1 and then making you wait for part 2. Because when we gave it to Yorubahood, we broke it into 3. It was part Alamu 1, 2, 3. But what we're doing now, because it's our baby, we're giving it to you.
The whole shebang. Back to back to back.
The whole shebang. So Alamu with Rotimi Salami, Shotayo Shobola, yours truly, Titilola Boyadeko, Nikki Onabanjo, Said Balogun.
Oh, wow.
So it's fully loaded. Alamu is a fully loaded movie that has a lot of lessons in it as well. So you don't want to miss it. So join us tomorrow for Alamu on Podium Cinema. So today we've had the pleasure of having Her Royal Highness Princess Moradeun Adedoyin-Solarin. It's always a pleasure to have you, to learn. I always learn from you. When I'm with you, I'm like a sponge, sponging and taking in everything, because everything that comes out of you blesses people. So thank you, Ma. And we'll look forward to being at the Ashwebi Festival. It's going to be a success. Definitely.
Amen.
Thank you so
much.
To make it a success.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Auntie.
Thank you again. I thank your staff for doing the great work. God bless you all. I want to thank my KBC, my Idilen, for always being there for me. God bless you, darling. Thank you. Thank you for your patience, for allowing me to be me.
Your husband, right? Your KBC. I like that.
Thank you so much. And Ashwebi Festival is going to be 10 over 10 plus 10 minus nothing.
10 plus 10.
10 over 10 plus 10 minus nothing.
Minus zero. So God bless you all. I'd like to say thank you to my team, Dotsun, Rashid, Mandy, MJ, you are the best. You're the bomb. What you did, what you're always doing, I can't quantify it. You guys are the wind beneath my wings. You know that in your lower lane, like
in your last show,
me, exactly. In your last show, me, I am just the face of Podium. We have a lot of people in the engine room who are making it happen, who are checking it out. And I also thank my own KBC too. God bless you. Thank you for being there for me. You know me, I can be a handful sometimes.
You can be a Shikeola.
You know, original. You know, you can't blame me. Shikeola is, So thank you, everybody. God bless you. Same place, same time next week. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you're watching it on Facebook, follow us. If you're watching it on YouTube, subscribe. To the people watching on Facebook, thank you. My YouTube family, God bless you. Subscribe and share, please. And don't let me remind you next Thursday before you join us. You know I'm always bringing them back to back. All the people of Timber and Caliber. Those are the people that you will find on the podium. The people worthy of being on the podium. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Auntie. God bless you, everyone. Love you.
The Podium. The Podium showcases the beauty of this nation in a way to correct the ideas people have, ranging from arts and craft, culture and tourism, fashion, oil, agriculture, events, and many more. The Podium is a must-watch. It is entertaining, expository, informative, educating, and interactive. The Podium.
Redefining Africa and its beauties.
watching Podium, the TV.
This is K1, the ultimate Oluwaye himself. Keep on watching Podium.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Paul, and I'm Peter. Together we are P Square, and you're watching Podium.